changing the way it attempts to protect teenagers on the app. Back in 2019, researchers say at least 20% of children reported being contacted by an online predator, and an estimated 500,000 predators are online every single day. We spoke with parents about how they fear for their children's safety.
Absolutely, there's fears of having that conversation constantly, and then we just
Take a deep breath, allow this flow to the atmosphere. You tumble and fumble and come so far. Now let me help you see that you're a superstar. When it's in it, it's the goal. It's a gift, that's what happened your soul. When it's lit, people gonna think you're crazy. And the pitch is bound to take control. How to get out, caught in the street. You just can't let it go. If I was seeing it so without it's time to take a higher kind of road. You know it. You grow it. If you want to ride, you flow it. When you want to be there, you grow. So you know, get a grip and open up your eyes and release and let go of your distance. When you do, the power of it's easy, and the truth, your power surely rise. Figure out how to get out, caught in the street, and you just can't let it go. If I was seeing it so without, it's time to make a higher kind of road. You know when you sign and you grow it. If you want to ride and you flow it. When you want to be there, you grow it. So you know, so got you feeling so hey, got you feeling so got what's your shoulders. Take a deep breath, my dear. Allow this flow to the atmosphere. You tumble and fumble and come so far. Now let me help you see that you're a superstar. You're right how to get out. Caught in the street, and you just can't let it go. Caught in the line, and if I was seeing so without, it's time to take a higher kind of road. Figure out how to get out of the street. And you just can't let it go.
Alrighty then. I love that groove. That's our soul brother Astro Boo Baby from his forthcoming album, independently created. I don't know what the title of the album is, but that's so bona fide with lyrics. I usually play the instrumental, but this is so bona fide with lyrics. If you have not done so, subscribe to our brother Astro Boo Baby. Of course, just like me, he has two sides, a spiritual side and also his musical side, which if you really understood, they're both the same. But it's Astro Boo Baby, so bona fide with lyrics. And his album will be coming out sooner or later. I just want to give that credit and support our brother. Support one another. And I think, that's a groove to me. I know it's a groove to me. And that's why I play it. I really like that. I don't like too much. But when I heard that, it reminds me something like Parliament Funkadelic, that type of thing. It's just, but this is Astro Boo Baby. It's not Parliament Funkadelic. So, if you want to, you can subscribe to Astro Boo Baby. And when his album is released, whenever that's available, we will promote that also. Now, with that said, morning. How you doing? Angel Snub 7 in the house. Deacons of Reality is in the house. You in the house. Those who are listening and those who will listen to this video later. All of us, we in the house. I thank you so much for joining me this morning. I had a topic on my mind, so why not do it? I hope I remember everything I want to cover. Getting old, you sort of start losing certain things. I think I can get this together in the manner that I first thought how it should be presented. Whenever I speak about the Nation of Islam in a manner where many believe it's negative. Now, if you look through my library, you will also hear me speak about Louis Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam, in a positive manner. In fact, our beloved brother Ben X even praised me for a video I made where I was speaking very positive. However, what brings me hatred, what brings me death threats, is when some view what I have to say as negative. Now, mind you, I am a 9-year veteran under the leadership of Louis Farrakhan. I stood in front of Louis Farrakhan willing to take a bullet for Farrakhan. I sacrificed my life and suffered for Islam. You're going to tell me I don't have the right to speak about Islam, whether you think it's negative or positive? I've earned the right. I am not young Pharaoh who read books and he do his research, which is nice, about the Nation of Islam. I am part of the research and the history, being involved in the Nation of Islam since the late 1960s, introduced to these teachings when I was a very, very young child. Nobody has the right to judge me except Allah himself. And it's fortunate for me that Allah does not exist. So nobody has the right to judge me, because I put in the work. And what did I get for my work? What did I get for my sacrifice? Nothing. Except death threats, except ridicule and mockery, name calling. You a hypocrite. You a disbeliever. From those who don't like us to speak up about my experience, my truth. Because my truth is the real truth, and it hurts because you know what I'm saying is right and exact. But you want to convert other people to your baloney with no obstacle in the way, no hindrance. People to see both sides of the coin. Well, whether you like it or not, in 2021, and as long as we exist, somebody is going to always come out, whether they are speaking against the Catholic Church or Islam or Buddhism or whatever we believe in. Somebody is going to stand up and show the other side of the coin, because you paint this picture that is all beautiful. Everything is beautiful in its own way. That's what you want people to think. It's not always the case. One of the things that I am told real fast, if it was not for Islam, if it was not for the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, how would you be living? That's what we want to talk about for a few minutes. How I would be living. Now, mind you, many of the original members of the Nation of Islam, including Malcolm X himself and Elijah Muhammad, they were living terrible lives. Elijah Muhammad said he was doing so bad prior to learning of Master Muhammad. He was so deep down in the mud that the only thing left of his body was his eyeballs. And of course, we know and have heard the story over and over again about the criminal activity and the immoral life of Malcolm Little, who would later transform to Malcolm X. And the early followers of Elijah Muhammad came from that background. Pimps and prostitutes and drunks. And the list goes on and on. And these teachings lift them up from a bad place to a better place. I would say yes and no. We're going to talk about this. Yes and no. What you talking about? That's what we getting ready to do. I don't understand, because they was in a bad place. They went to a better place. Yes and no. Things are not always what they seem. But you bring to me, like these teachers did me a favor. So since you know me, what did it do for me? I am not and have never been an alcoholic. I've never been a whoremonger. I've never been a drunkard. I've never been whatever, a criminal. I've never been none of those things. I've never been somebody who used profanity until I tried to imitate Eddie Murphy, and Eddie Murphy jokes have a lot of profanity, and that sort of rubbed off on me a little bit. But I never was a person who even used profanity. Never. I always thought profanity was for stupid people, for illiterate folks. That never was me. What attracted me to Nation of Islam teachings was something very simple. I want liberation from an oppressor. I want freedom, justice, and equality. I want to be able to live my life. I want us to be independent, a better condition for the people that I come from. That's what attracted me to Nation of Islam teachings. Not your religion. God and the mother plane and the tribe of Shabbat. I never even talked about those things. When I used to tell people, and I've been listening to a lot of Malcolm lectures, Malcolm never really talked a whole lot about tribe of Shabbat and the mother plane and these things, his primary focus was, I want to be free. I want to be liberated. That's what attracted me to Nation of Islam teachings. Your teachings did not save me from being an alcoholic. I never was that. I'm not a whoremonger because I never was that. Some of these people, religion gives them a costume to wear, put on. And we're going to start off by using, as an example, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan himself. He was a musician, and he was a dope user and a womanizer. That's what he was. And then he put on the clothes of Islam as taught by Elijah Muhammad. However, just because you put the clothes of a sheep on a wolf, don't make the wolf a sheep. It's still a wolf. So, as you know the history, some of the history of the Nation of Islam, Minister Farrakhan left that teaching. And what did he do? He went right back. How you doing there, Brother Don? He went right back to being a wolf. Because the teachings, not only for him, and what we're talking about this morning is not just about the Nation of Islam, but many of these religious folks claiming to be holy and righteous, it's nothing but a cover. It's nothing but clothes to cover themselves up. It's not the real them. They perpetrating a fraud. They have not even grown into the clothing. So when Minister Farrakhan left those teachings or came out from under those teachings, he went right back into, don't blame me. The man said it himself. He went back to the world, smoking weed, growing his beard, drinking, womanizing, all those different things. He went right back to the world because that's what you was anyway. Now here I am. I was in the Nation of Islam. And when I left, nothing changed. I'm the same me. I didn't go back to smoking weed because I never did that. I'm not a whoremonger because I wasn't doing that anyway. Because I've always lived a righteous type lifestyle anyway. I've always been clean shaven. That's just me. Not because of Elijah Muhammad's teaching. That's the way I am. I don't even like beards. They itch and I don't like beards. That's just me. Not because of a religion. You gotta cut your beard off and have your hair. All this was just me anyway. So a lot of people in religious teachings perpetrating a fraud. That's not real. It's not the real them. And they always have a love for the filth that they left. Louis Farrakhan went back, or as in Christianity, they always talk about, I backslid. You backslid and you went back to the world because you love, it's something there that you always love. And you put on these clothes when you're in the church. You put on these clothes when you're in the mosque perpetrating a fraud to look like you're holy and righteous, but you're not. If you think it's butter, but it's not, it's shafan. I don't need a religion to be good to a person. I don't need a religion to help an old lady cross the street. I don't need a religion when I see somebody hungry and I can help them. I don't need God to do those things. But we're hearing from some people, if it wasn't for God, they wouldn't do this, they wouldn't do that. Some people are just nasty and filthy. And so they get religion. Absolutely. So they get religion, and it's the practice and the rituals of the religion that is holding them up to make them look like they're holy and righteous. But the reality is they're not. Here's Louis Farrakhan, the spokesman for years of the Nation of Islam. Been a Muslim for years, raising your babies up in Islam for years. But as soon as he has a disconnect from that religion, then it all falls apart. Time to go back drinking liquor and smoking weed and whoremongering and whatever else that you was doing in the world when you backslid. And this weak person, thousands of people are following, and this person is weak. Don't even know what religion, don't even know what you want to do with your life. Because Louis Farrakhan started off as a Catholic. He was a choir boy. Is that what they call them? Choir boys in the Catholic Church? And then he went to Islam. And then he went to unorthodox Islam under Elijah Muhammad's, altar boy. Yeah, he was an altar boy. And then he went to the Islam as taught by Wardi Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad's son. Then he fabricated his own stuff. Farrakhanism. Pretending to be Elijah Muhammad's teaching. The man is all bugged out and confused. I was on Brother Maurice's podcast, and I brought up the issue and just laid back in the cut and remind us. Matter of fact, the conversation was about Farrakhan. When Farrakhan kissed Father Flagg in the mouth, it was not a cheek to cheek. Farrakhan kissed another man in the mouth. And so you had my poor brother Maurice Muhammad trying to explain, well, I don't do it myself. But the minister chose. Why did the minister, who is a man, choosing to kiss another man in the mouth? Well, they do it in Arabia. We don't live in Arabia. We don't live in Turkey. We don't live in Pakistan. We don't live in Saudi Arabia. This is America. And on top of that, I don't care where you live on the earth. As a male, why would you want to kiss another man in the mouth? Now, I have much love for my deacons of reality. But I'm going to be quite honest with you. I got a problem even shaking your hand. I don't like touching men. Hey, Tracy, what's up? What's up? I do not like touching men, period. So I definitely not going to kiss a man in the mouth. Where you getting that stuff from? Then you want to turn around and talk about homosexuality, but it's some parts of homosexuality that you must like because you run around kissing another man. Which raises the question, if you're willing to kiss another man in the mouth, what else are you doing behind closed doors? We would like to know with your nasty self. If you kiss a man in the mouth in public, who knows what they are doing behind closed doors? I have no urge, no desire, no thoughts about kissing a man at all, period, for no reason. What kind of culture gonna ask a male to kiss another male in the mouth? So I guess it's all right to feel his booty, rub that man's penis, and y'all start getting down. And you have the nerve to talk about homosexual behavior. What you think? What is that? That's a culture thing. What culture of men gonna develop something like that? Want to kiss another man in the mouth? Are you serious? But this is the person that Brother Maurice, his example for manhood and who he followed, this weak, confused person. Who is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's not real. Yeah, that rapper Lil Wayne had no problem and Baby kissing in public. And we let them slide. It's all right. Then we turn around, we don't like homosexuals. We talk against the LGBTQ community, wherever the hell they are. And y'all doing the same thing. If a man is kissing a man in the public, what are you doing behind closed doors that we don't see? And then the only thing they talk about is men. Their God is a man. All their heroes is men. It's all about man. Nothing about women. When you go to their house, nothing but men's pictures on the walls. What's up with that? I can't do it. I can't do it. Now, so that's Farrakhan, the leader. So if I would like to ask, and I might ask Brother Maurice, so if he want to kiss you in the mouth, you gonna do it? Because he said, I don't do that. But you put this man on such a high pedestal. He's so divine, he's so great, so smart, so intelligent. He has this connection to God. Now, he wants some spit. You gonna kiss this man in the mouth? Oh, see, I can't do the religious thing. I can't do it. Here I am, 18 years old, just got out of high school. I never had a job. I had a summer job. I was a member of the Nation of Islam. and my biological relatives, who also was my brothers and sisters in the faith, would not take me in until I could do for myself. They told me they could drop me off at a homeless shelter that they knew about. This is my biological relatives and members of Nation of Islam. That's how they treat their own. But when they come out here in the public, oh brother, oh sister, oh brother, oh sister, smiling, skinning and grinning, painting this picture like they all holy and righteous and love you. But they putting their nephew in the homeless shelter. I'm in the St. Louis Temple working for us 24 hours a day. Wouldn't even give me a bed. I had to sleep on pickle barrels. Wouldn't even give me a decent meal. Give me some leftover burnt up bean pies to eat. I'm a soldier. I just dealt with it. But this is what they done. Had a perfectly good bed, room that I could use, and I was working for us, but because I couldn't pay the rent for the room that they wanted, I found myself sleeping on top of pickle barrels down in the basement. Your brothers and your sisters, assalamu alaikum, Allah love you. It wouldn't have cost them nothing for me to have this bedroom. Nothing. Your brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum. And not only, and again, it's not only Nation of Islam folks, Christians, the Comedics, these Pan-Africans, all these people, they fake. The only thing holding them up is their religion, this costume that they wear. There was a brother, he worked for an insurance company for a few days, and he got fired, but he still had all the paperwork. This Muslim Negro came into the temple and sold all of us insurance he knew was no good. I bought insurance for my car. Another wife was pregnant. I had a car accident. The next day, my car was not insured. And when the brother whose wife was pregnant went to the hospital, your insurance ain't no good. This is what a Muslim do for another Muslim. The holy and the righteous. That's what they do. Now, they murdered Malcolm X over some nonsense. Here's a man that sold us insurance that was no good. They didn't even put him out the temple. He left himself. And then this Negro came back and they treated him like a long lost son or something. Hugging and kissing. Y'all, just a few days ago, this Negro sold us some bad insurance. Yo, brother, assalamu alaikum, and all that bull doo-doo. I don't want nothing to do with him. These frauds. I'll tell you another story. It was a brother who had to do something, and he allowed, I think this brother was 21 years old or 20. He allowed this brother to babysit his children. I think his daughter was 14 and his 10-year-old son. This 20-some-year-old got his 14, 16-year-old, I forgot how old she was, got her pregnant while he was babysitting in this brother's house. That's what he done. And he basically got a pat on the head. The holy and the righteous. And if you knew this brother, that's how he paint himself. Holy and righteous. And he bragged about, I've been in the nation of Islam. I grew up in the nation of Islam since I was a little boy. You should know better. You should be stronger. But he's a piece of Nation of Islam trash, just like so many of them are, putting on a fraud. That brother wanted to kill him. Do you blame him? So you got a brother, a so-called brother, got another brother's young baby pregnant, then another sucker sold us bad insurance. The holy and the righteous. And another set want to send their nephew to the homeless shelter. The holy and the righteous. That's why they don't want me to talk. Because they want to be able to put on this show like they so holy and righteous, and you're not. A bunch of Negroes. Pieces of trash. I want to make a disclaimer. This is not all. I'm not condemning all. There are some beautiful people in religion. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is many of the ones who come before us, who really put on this show, chances are they fake. Louis Farrakhan is the biggest fake. He has thousands and thousands of people following him. And he's a fake. He's a fraud. You should not be following him. He's too damn weak. But it goes to show, if he's weak, those who follow him are even weaker. I would not follow Louis Farrakhan to the toilet. I find it on my own. I ain't following you nowhere. There was this woman, people was calling my wife or whatever, and we was talking, and she bragged. Now this is a Muslim, holy and righteous. She was bragging to me how she stole $20,000 or whatever from her job. That's not Elijah Muhammad teaching. Elijah Muhammad do not teach his followers to steal. But her justification was, the white man owe us reparations. The white man owe us. Elijah Muhammad teachings do not teach his followers to steal for no reason. So don't blame the teachings. A lot of these people are just foul. They foul. She was a thief and a liar before she came into the teaching. Or in some cases, some of these folks was born in the nation. That's just who they are. They liars and they thieves. With the teachers or without the teachers, that's just who they are. They liars. They violent, they profane, they nasty, they disgusting. That's what they always was. Religion just puts a costume over them to make them look like they holy and righteous. I don't know Brother Ben X, but I can tell by his behaviors. He putting on a show. He's not what he presents himself to be. It's the religion that's covering this sheets. No different than when these Peckerwoods put on that sheet in the Ku Klux Klan. Same stuff. To hide who they really are. I am me. What you see is who I am. And I have no shame. I can confess to you. There are times you might not want to be around me. I have mood swings and whatever. I'm not perfect or whatever. And I just put that out to you. I don't claim to be all holy and righteous and perfect and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to put on those clothes. I will simply tell you, I'm going to do the best I can. I have grown up in an environment that's filthy. I'm doing the best I can. And I really think, considering the environment that I grew up in, around a bunch of drunks, illiterates, liars and thieves, and so forth, I think I've done pretty well to try to keep myself in check. I have no desire to go around trying to hurt people or even animals. I have no desire for that. Some of us find it desirable to cause other people pain. Some people actually like for you to be broke. Oh, that nigga don't have no money. And they laugh at you because you don't have no money. They laugh at you because you was in jail. They laugh at you because your baby daddy left you. They laugh at you because you don't have a girlfriend. They laugh at you because you don't have a boyfriend. They laugh at you because you're in bad shape. And they still do it when they go to church. They look down, people in church, in religion, they look down upon the people in the church or in the mosque that don't have. And it's really tacky in the Nation of Islam because we should understand, they understand our poverty-stricken condition. But you have brothers and sisters, I know because I experienced it. They look down on me because I didn't have nothing. I can't give in charity like they do because they have good jobs they got from the white man. If you go to Tariq channel, he does it all the time. Make mockery of people because they don't have any money. And he's on his channel every day begging. Louis Farrakhan is a professional beggar. Tariq Nasheed is a beggar. Young Farrah is a beggar. We got all these beggars on YouTube. Then they turn around and make mockery of you. The people, they turn around, make mockery of the people who they beg from. The reason they have money, not because they have any talent. The only talent they have, they know how to beg. Oh, Negro, you broke. And that's what they tell me all the time. When I speak out and tell the truth about the Nation of Islam, oh, nigga, you mad because you broke. Of course. That's part of the problem of the so-called Negro in America. Yeah, I'm broke. Absolutely. Now, the same woman, Muslim sister, she turned around and bragged about how she beat up other MGT, other soul sisters in the temple, because they pissed her off. How you gonna brag? You a Muslim. How you gonna brag about beating up another Muslim? But she did. I'm just sitting there watching her. Now, even if it was true, I wouldn't brag about it. I keep that to myself. I would be ashamed if I had to fight another FOI, another religious believer, I might tell you the story. I'm going to tell you the story in shame. I'm not going to tell you the story like it's something that I'm proud of. She said, telling me the story, she was bragging. I had to beat down them hoes. Not my sisters. I beat down them hoes in the temple. And they let her get away with it because of her position in the temple. She was a captain. And she still called herself Sister Captain, and she's not even in a temple at all. They let her get away with it. But Malcolm X, oh Lord, they had a fit. And you have people in the Nation of Islam and in religion period that have done things way over the top that Malcolm could even begin to even think about. And you let them slide because they are you. Malcolm was doing everything in his power to be a holy and righteous person. So he was not part of them. That's why they had so much hate for him. But I know there are people who have done some dirt and they get a pass. And the dirt begins with the leadership. Elijah Muhammad committed fornication with young children. They was children. Compared to him, he's old enough to be their great-grandfather. Brother Maurice never did answer my question. Would you allow an old man, old enough to be your daughter, your 20-some-year-old daughter, great-grandfather, would you approve of your 20-year-old child having a relationship with a man, a sickly old man, old enough to be her great-grandfather? He never did answer that. Religion makes you crazy. Religion makes you out of your damn mind. Religion makes you do things you normally would not do because they know they would not want their 20-some-year-old child to mess around with a old sick. Not only is he old, but he's sick. But you do crazy stuff and make these decisions because you are brainwashed with religious garbage. Yeah, Tracy. You have these crazy suckers that wasn't even born when Malcolm was here talking about, I would kill Malcolm too. But at the same time, they talk about the government. Oh, the government killed Malcolm, the government. You have people who was not even born saying they would kill Malcolm. Had nothing to do with the government. Y'all, they religious zealots. Just crazy. Cause Malcolm talk about your messenger. The white man was saying the same stuff, writing it in the newspaper, talking about it on the radio. How many white people, how many news people did they kill? How many news buildings did they burn down? None. And guess what? They still talking about Elijah Muhammad till this day. What you doing? What you gonna do? Go around try to kill everybody that talk about your messenger? You a damn fool. How silly and stupid you are. And cowards. Because the only people you're gonna try to touch is soul brothers and sisters. The only ones you're gonna try to touch. You're not gonna touch nobody else. Bunch of cowards. I notice, because they know who I am. They don't even come to my channel trying to defend Farrakhan no more. Or Elijah Muhammad no more. They know who I am. They don't even be bothered with me no more. On Facebook, they really don't know who I am. But then, after a while, I know who you are. They know who I am. You want people to believe this front. And let me say this before, in my conclusion. Yeah, right. When the cracker do something, they always use as an excuse, we're going to let God handle it. God back us up, just like Tracy said. When it comes to Malcolm, they never said that. You never heard that, we'll let God handle it. Well, they probably did, but they didn't mean it, though. They didn't mean it. We got to get him. Self-hatred. I heard some brothers in the temple one time, and they was joking with each other, going back and forth. Then I heard a brother say, at least I'm not as black as you are. And he wasn't saying that because black is good. He was saying that in the usual, the darker you are, the uglier you are. And this is in the temple. This is in the place where we are taught every day the black man is God and how beautiful black is and blah, blah, blah. This goes to show you our sickness. They wanted to kill Malcolm because that sickness of our self still exists. No matter how many bow ties you wear, no matter how many bean pies you sell, you still hate black. So here I am in the Nation of Islam. I'm trying to be Minister Farrakhan's Malcolm X, like Malcolm X was to Elijah Muhammad. Unbeknownst to me, my skin color is not going to allow me, no matter how hard I work, it's not going to allow me to get to that position because I'm the wrong skin color. And if you look at Farrakhan right now, all the people around him, light-skinned folks, and many of them, including himself, are not descendants of slaves born in America. They come from the island somewhere, the Caribbean somewhere. They're not even us. I just recently learned, and I guess Minister Farrakhan say that his father was a Jew, a Caucasian Jew. So he's biracial. We follow Marcus Garvey from Jamaica, Louis Farrakhan with Caribbean roots from Jamaica, his mother Jamaican, his father's a Caucasian Jew. We follow everybody except black people, us. And maybe that's the reason why you really don't like Angel Snub 7, because I am a black American. I am a descendant of slave born in America. Pure. My father, black skin. My mother, dark skin. Both of them, black America. Descendant of slaves. No Caribbean. No African. 1000% black American. You want to follow everything and everybody except yourself. I'm too black for you. And I'm too real for you. You want to continue to be comfortable in this mess. Well, we had an interview with our brother D. Darrell, and perhaps we will go back to his channel as guests. But the majority of his audience are not real. Because when you hear somebody if you're in jail, and you hear somebody trying to come up with a plan to get out of jail, and you say that you want to get out of jail too, then why aren't you listening? You don't even have to participate. At least listen to the plan to see how we're going to get out. They're not even listening to the plan. They want to argue about religion. Oh, what's a reality's temple? Well, why is it a temple? Why is it a ministry? I'm trying to get out of jail. Can the about no temple. I don't care about no damn ministry. We talking about the Mississippi campaign trying to get out of jail. That's what they want to talk about. Because they're not real about their freedom. They're not real about liberation. Celebrating on his channel the deletion and the termination of a rival channel, anti-Savagalis or whatever it is, because they arguing back and forth, fighting over Umar Johnson, who has been building a school at least since 2014. This is 2021. No school. You got 2 broken down buildings that you paying. Hey, how you doing, not Kamizi? You got 2 broken down schools or 3 or whatever it is, sitting in Delaware. You paying taxes on. Hey, Sister Ann, Sister Ann. You got 3 buildings you paying taxes on, doing absolutely nothing. Because he don't know what the hell he doing from the very beginning. And apparently you don't know what to do either. So I guess the African school Santa Claus is going to come out the sky one day and make everything right. You love to follow losers. You love to follow scammers. You love to follow those who don't really give a damn about you. You love to follow incompetence. You just want to feel good. That's all. Now, we went to Sister Omega Courtney's channel, and her audience, a lot of her audience subscribed to Operation Exodus Mississippi. And when we went to other places talking, we got subscribers for Operation Exodus Mississippi. I noticed when we went on his platform 2 times, I don't even think he subscribed to Operation Exodus Mississippi and talked to us in ignorance. Because you don't know nothing about the plan. Not trying to understand. The only thing you want to do is sit around and argue over dumb stuff. How am I going to argue with somebody who has not made no attempt to inform themselves? But you will sit back and read all these books, African books and RBG this and blah, blah, blah. Comfortable slaves. So the moral of the story, or the conclusion of our talk, is all these fake ass frauds out here. That's why they don't want nothing to do with Angel Snuffed Up 7. Because I know you're not real. I know you are a wolf in sheep's clothing. I know this. I don't believe this. I know it. Y'all fake. There's only 2 people in this world. Like my brother J.T. Riley always say. Either you real or you fake. There is no in between. They're fake. They just want to run their damn mouth, pretend to be revolutionaries. Pretend I want to get out of jail when actually they are comfortable in the jail. Man, we got sort of like a full house considering this early in the morning, spontaneous. I thank you so much for being with us this morning. I just had this on my mind. I had to knock the dirt off my shoulder. I had to just talk about this one here. I don't need no religion to be righteous. I don't need a religion to have my temple. This temple is not dedicated to religion. This temple is dedicated to the acceptance of reality. That's what this temple is. I am the AdMinister. I am the administrator of this ministry. I don't follow your religious guidelines, your spiritual guidelines. That's your crap. You don't tell me how to run my house. You go manage because you don't really run it, because I am the creator here. I am the God here. You are promoting somebody else's crap that they sold you. This is my house. I run things the way I want to run them. Absolutely. We are the leaders. There is no leader here. This is a team effort here. There are no followers here. We all vibe off each other here. There is nobody special here. Absolutely. Facts. I wasted too many years with Islam and Christianity. Our brother Nak Kamizi. That's what he said. And we're not wasting no more time, no more. Not only Islam and Christianity, but all that pro-blackness scholarship, teaching, fabricating history garbage, I'm done with that too. Start all over again from scratch. And use my brain for a change. If you believe in God, God gave you a brain. Why don't you use it? The only thing we do is parakeet folks. Malcolm X said this. Elijah Muhammad said that. The Bible said this. The Quran said that. You nothing but a big ass parakeet. A big ass minor bird. We don't do that here. We think for ourselves. We use common sense, logic, reason, being able to analyze information, looking for appropriate information, not information that make me feel good. Because I want to get the hell out of jail. I want to end this situation once and for all. And in my own personal life, that's what I did. End the situation once and for all. And I sacrificed. And I got the right information. I wasn't pretending to get out of jail. I wanted to get out. And I got out. You still in jail because you want to be here. You pretending you want to be free. You pretending to be a revolutionary. You don't have to worry about COINTELPRO. They're not worried about you. You don't get harassed. You come on YouTube and do everything that you do. They don't bother you. Now here is little old me with my 10 subscribers and my 10 views, and they have terminated over 100 channels. They really want me to shut up. I gotta go to court with Google. None of you done that. None of you went through what I had to go through, because they're not worried about you. I am the threat. I'm a threat not because of my religion. I'm a threat because I am inspiring people to think for themselves. I'm not telling you to leave your religion. You never hear me say, you need to get out of Christianity. You need to get out of religion. You need to stop being a Pan-African. You never hear me say that. Because I know when you start thinking for yourself, that's what you're going to do. I don't have to tell you do a damn thing. The only thing I have to do is bring reality to you. And you use your brain. You're going to do it anyway. I don't have to convert you to nothing. But you do have to try to convert people. You do have to try to force people, even your babies. Damn child abusers. Take your babies and force your religious, Pan-African, pro-black garbage on them at a young age. You so desperate for followers, for your fake-ass God, your fake-ass spirituality. Bring your God to the live stream right now. My telephone is public. Call me and tell me your fake-ass God is ready to give an interview. It's never going to happen because your God don't exist. You're never going to show a picture of you in dimension number 7 in all these galaxies and all this other foolishness that you believe in. You're never going to do it because it don't exist. You damn Santa Claus believing ass fools. You want me to keep being part of that child stuff. You got me when I was 18 years old. You got me when I was 19. I'll be damned if I'm going to be a child at 50 involved in your Disneyland fairy tale garbage. I'm grown. I'm an adult. No more fairy tales for me. No circus tricks over here, just like our deacon said. No circus trick. No Barnum and Bailey here. I don't do that. So I have written many requests to go on these different platforms, and they don't respond because they cowards. They cowards. So I give Brother D. Darrell his credit, or maybe D. Darrell don't really know us that well. Maybe that's the reason why. And then we have a troll that want me to come on his platform so bad, hiding behind a picture. No, when I kick your ass, I want to see the face of the person of whom I'm smashing. Yeah. See, you don't want people to see your real face because I'm going to tear your ass up. None of these people can do nothing with us. None of them. This is reality. This is the house of reality. Yo Jesus can't do nothing with me. Yo Muhammad, yo Allah, yo Yah, yo Yahweh, none of you. I can't even start talking good and they get upset. I just start talking for less than a minute. You see them start getting all upset, huffing and puffing and whatever. You don't never see me get upset when they talk because they ain't talking about nothing. I heard it all before. Been there, done that. So what? You don't impress me. But I'm going to blow your damn ship out the damn sea. You're a bunch of liars. You and your cartoon characters. Muhammad never existed. Jesus never existed. Paul never existed. Abraham never existed. Fake ass people. Where their relatives at? Where their graves at? Bunch of lies, fairy tales, Disneyland. We don't do that here. Now, if you can prove me wrong, I would accept that. No big deal. But when it's all said and done, it's still all garbage. It's still all fake. It's more garbage than reality. I will accept the truth. I will accept the reality. No more fairy tales for me. No more cartoon characters for me. Well, I take that back. I still like Batman and Robin. I still like Aquaman. I still like Thor. I like Spider-Man. But they fiction. I'm not sitting around here trying to tell you it's real. Like you try to tell me Abraham is real, Muhammad, God is real. Get that, yeah, fake crap. Keep telling me about the power of God. Where is this power? No. No more for me. I can't do it. So just because somebody is painting this picture like they holy and righteous, that does not. And again, not only Nation of Islam, but Christians, Muslims, Pan-Africans, pro-black folks, whatever, they put on this front like they love you. They put on this front like they holy and righteous, and they're not. I love you too, Soul Sister Ann. I'm going to keep it real as possible. And Brother Taalik would tell you, talking to me all the time and interact, he would tell you I get on his nerves sometimes. I know I do. I'm not perfect. But I'm not going to put on a front for you. When I come on my video, if I don't feel like shaving, I don't shave. I come on video raggedy, all kinds of ways. I don't have nothing to prove to no damn body. I'm not trying to put on a front. Because if you knew me, you're not going to see me in a suit all the time. You're not going to see me clean shaven all the time. So when I come on video, I'm me. I don't feel like shaving. And I have all this great garbage on my face because I don't feel like shaving. I'm going to be me. I'm going to talk the way I want to talk. I don't want nobody around me. I got to try to babysit them. I'm going to bring back Sniffy. I'm trying to think of a good storyline that I can use, and I'll bring Sniffy back. I haven't, if you have any ideas, some kind of scenario for Sniffy, put it in the comment section, and I'll work with it from there. I don't want to, see, I do like to offer quality products. I just don't want to bring Sniffy and just do anything. I want to try to be bring some quality. But I'm me. What you see is what you get. I'm not trying to be rich. I'm not trying to show off what I got, my material things, and try to be more than what I am or whatever. I'm just your brother, and I'm sick of it. We deserve better, and we can do better. That's why I say the Mississippi campaign is the best thing that we could do. Not because it came from this house, because it just makes sense. No matter how you look at it. Let's debate that. They don't want to debate it. They want to debate about some religion. They want to debate about some other nonsense. No, let's debate about how do we change our condition and get out of jail. They have nothing that can equal Operation Exodus, Mississippi. Nothing. That's why they don't even want to even debate it. They don't even like to comment about it. Because the reality is, they like jail. They like prison. They like the marijuana. They like the drinking. They like the fornication. They like the adultery. They love all this stuff. They love the police beatings. They love the police shootings. They actually love all this stuff. Oh, no, we don't. Well, then, how come you're not trying to get the hell out of it then? Well. No, because you really love it. Or you think that I am the black messiah, your savior. See, that's another thing. They don't want to sacrifice. They don't want to suffer. They think a spaceship or some special black man, somebody gonna save them. The mighty Thor or something. Lazy ass trifling. If you don't want to fight for yourself, why should somebody else fight for you? You deserve what you get. And you are getting what you deserve. And it's going to get worse. And your children going to get it. See, you might be able to slide out. Some of you 40, 50-some years old, you getting ready to die. But your children going to be here to get what you earned them. Oh, yeah. And they're going to curse you. And like I told them, if they survive, you should tear up, you should destroy all memory of this generation. Because we are in a position to change things. This generation, from if you was born like between late 1940s on until recently to 19, I would guess say, can't go too far, like the 80s, okay, 80s you are responsible. You was born in the 80s, you are responsible, and probably the 90s. This generation, write them out the history books like they didn't even exist. This generation could have changed things for us. But they're pitiful, incompetent, coward ass, because they enjoy the fruits of the septic tank, kept you here in this mess. I know I would do it. I would destroy all memory of these pitiful losers. Yeah, losers. Children of the septic tank, sewage. You're not worth memory. I don't care if you my grandfather, grandmother, cousin, mother, whoever the hell you're a bunch of losers. Should not be remembered. You ain't did nothing worth to remember. Nothing. Except run your damn mouth and put on a show like we've been talking about for the last hour. Nothing but a show. I want to get out of jail. Want to get out of incarceration. You don't have to like me. I don't have to like you. But do you want to get out of prison? Do you want to get out of this jail? Then we hold on to one another. Once we get free, take your happy ass on down the street and I'll go this way. But we free. And that's what this temple is all about. Liberation. Not worshiping people. Not praying to people. Not believing in stuff. No, doing stuff. Changing the condition. I got to get out of jail. Not just in my mind. You ever hear, I'm going to say this in my conclusion. You ever hear the people talk about, you got my body, but you don't have my mind. I used to think that way when I was locked up. Well, they got my body, but they don't have my mind. You lying to yourself. Because your mind is your brain in your physical body. They got your body and your mind, dumbass. It's stupid when you think about that. You got my body, but you don't have my mind. Oh, yes, they do. Until your mind find a way to get your body out of there. So on that note, thank you for listening. We had a nice crowd this morning, considering. I got my 10 subscribers and I got my 10 views. All right. All righty then. On that note, I do plan to come back later on. I have another subject that I want to talk about. Probably after lunchtime, maybe. And we're gonna do our theory on that. And so you enjoy your morning. This afternoon, after lunch, probably I might come back and do some more. I want to talk about something else. And enjoy yourself this morning. Thank you again, Deacons of Reality in the house, Kamizi, Tracy, Sister Ann. Did I miss anybody else? Those in the chat room, and those who are listening and those who will be listening later on, I thank you so much. Also, I want to make very clear, I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. That's not my intent. I do apologize if I hurt your feelings. I'm always hurting somebody's feelings. Y'all very sensitive. That's not my intent. My intent is simply to keep it real. That's all. So on that note, as Dr. Cornelius always say, I wish us love, peace, and soul.